Hello, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Look at Shiv's beautiful face over there on the other side of me.
What's up?
We are back, and you should be able to hear him this time. I made sure before we started anything this time that we would not have sound issues, so if we do, oh my god. And don't start the trolls, okay? Because I know half of you are Twitch trolls. Mic muted, mic muted, mic muted.
Actually, I was gonna troll you and just start moving my mouth like a bad Chinese dub.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, first things first, let's do some hellos. Let's scroll up and chat a little bit. We got the wonderful Vanquish, who is always here, always helpful promoting us and all the fun social media stuff. I thank you for your post earlier today. Cujo, hello. Nora, hello. Osiris, hello. Texas, hello. Kai, hello. You're all beautiful people. And I think I've gotten everybody for now. We do have quite a few people in here already. I appreciate you all for showing up. And if you did come just for the Make-A-Wish kitty, I won't hold it against you. Just know that I'm going to enter that as well. And if I win it, I'm taking it because I want one too, okay? Umni, hello. Welcome. So we're here. It's episode 4. We're on 4 already. These things are flying by. And this time I targeted our Horde XO, and I know he's not camera shy, so we have Shiv here joining us today. Shiv, who I actually met not in WoW. I had a little side vacation for a little bit in Final Fantasy XIV, which is still an amazing game. It's still an awesome game. I wish I had the time for 2 MMOs, but unfortunately I don't.
Me either. That's why I'm here now and not in Final Fantasy anymore.
Right. So I met Shiv over there. He was the raid leader over there, right? Raid leader?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and I was actually bringing a lot of my stream folks into Final Fantasy over there. Like, we created our own, like, link shell and everything, and he was actually very active, like, wanted to be part of the link shell to actually get in there and talk to us as well. So it was kind of cool that they wanted to get down on that personal level with everyone and make sure they were getting to know everyone. So now I guess you went to a get-together or so and had a lot of fun with the Horde members, and then they turned you to the dark side.
I was actually looking for a change anyway, and yeah, the Horde's awesome, and just it's like, okay, well, I got a free. I had an account forever, so I didn't realize I actually owned all the expansions. So when I got like one of the door prizes, there was a free month-long subscription. I went, oh, I've already got one, so started playing, and here I am.
Yeah, I remember.
I was Alliance though, so I had to change my ways.
Yeah, I remember when I was getting back into WoW as well towards the end of Draenor, seeing you online a bit. I'm like, oh, Shiv's gonna play some WoW. You actually have the same exact cup that I do, the same sippy bottle. I think it's the blue one as well.
Yeah, I love this thing.
Yeah, my kid's usually walking around with mine. I don't think I actually own it anymore. But yeah, I remember seeing you online a lot then, and I was like, cool, Shiv's going to come over here and play us. And I remember you saying, like, I'm so behind. I got like 3-4 years worth of stuff to catch up on, this and that. And clearly, I mean, I'm sure you're still a busy man now, but it didn't take you long because now you're running with the front of the pack there in our guild and having a great time.
Oh yeah, got I mean, Legion hit. I was already 100, and just hit the ground running, and having a blast raiding with the Horde. We're kicking some serious tail. It's been fun, and I still got all my old content to go through. There's quite a bit of it. Old raids. It's so much fun going back and just destroying everything.
Yeah, especially when it took you however long, to clear at the time. It's just fun to go back in and say, you know what, just take this.
Yeah, no, when I quit back in the day, it was Wrath of the Lich King, and we were working through ICC, and going back and just like owning Arthas for just like pointing at him and he falls over is really, really fun.
Arrow, hello, welcome to the stream. She had to cook steaks. Apparently is not sharing, so that's rude.
I was gonna say, did she bring enough for everybody?
Lokar, hello, bud. I tell the story quite a bit, Shiv, so they probably heard it on this stream before, maybe. But anytime anyone brings up the Lich King, I feel obligated to tell the story about how I got my wife into WoW, and I got her into raiding. We were having a great time. She actually mained a Warlock back then, a Destro Warlock. Awesome. They were a little bit different than they are now, but that's what she mained. But on our 1 year anniversary, we were raiding and we killed the Lich King for the first time.
Nice.
So instead of being out at a fancy restaurant with our candles and this and that, we probably had McDonald's and we were raiding and we killed the Lich King. And I don't know, that was a pretty good first anniversary in my opinion. That's when you know that you've got a keeper.
Exactly. Yeah. It's I think gaming relationships are the best ones. I mean, I met Maribor when we played Lotro, so 10 years ago, I think. Yeah, and we've been together ever since.
So did you guys live anywhere near each other?
No, she was in California at the time, and I was in Virginia, so it was about as far apart as we could possibly get.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably talked maybe a good 2 years before I actually went out to meet her.
That's awesome. I love hearing about internet love success stories because there are a lot that don't have happy endings, you know. And
That's true.
And I mean, I did the same thing. I took a leap of faith. It probably went really quickly. We didn't meet through gaming. We met through YouTube. We were both making videos on YouTube. But then I got her into gaming, and little did she know that she had this crazy gamer inside her just waiting to come out. And yeah, so that's awesome. Super, super awesome. So let's see. What's going on? That's how me and mine got together from Dark Age of Camelot. All right, so we got more internet love success stories.
That's awesome. Those are the best kind because you guys, you have that common ground. And she's not playing MMOs right now, but also go out. She's playing like her phone games, which she loves, and I'll go out. I'll chat with her about them. So we still have the whole gaming thing in common.
Yeah, and she's probably just taking a break anyway, burnt out, you know.
Yeah, I keep trying to get her to play World of Warcraft. She comes in and watches us raid, and I can hear it in her voice, but I don't think she's just there just yet.
Arrow met Ken through gaming. He was in Pennsylvania and she was in Texas. So yeah, That's actually awesome. You guys are making me start to feel a little bit lucky because while New Jersey and Michigan are still far apart, I mean it's still like a 8, 9, 10-hour drive. You guys are going from Virginia to California and from Texas to Pennsylvania.
And then she actually moved to Texas. She was in Dallas for several years before she moved out here. So, yeah, lots of leaps. It was well worth it, though.
Cool. So you've been the XO now since, was it like right around the launch of Legion? Was it a little bit before?
Yeah, slightly before. Probably, I don't know, I want to say a month, maybe less. Just doing our thing, making sure everyone's staying straight, making sure the rules are being followed, and everyone's having fun. I'm all about the fun.
And that's one of the things that keeps the guild a nice, respectable organization is the fact that it has rules, and everyone's not just running around like crazy people and flipping tables and breaking chairs. And
yeah, no, rules are good. At least everyone knows where they stand, and when they cross them, then there's no question.
Cool.
Which doesn't happen very often, to be honest. It's most people just follow the rules, and it's just a nice, happy place. We keep the real world out of it.
Cool. So, you main a warlock. You're Destro, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I actually may be picking your brain here shortly because I'm leveling up my warlock alt as Destro, and on top of that, my brother-in-law actually just started playing the game again. He joined Grievance. Mm-hmm. And he's gotten to 110 recently, and he's on a warlock. And I usually try to do things to help other people out. Like if he might be playing the class correctly, I have no idea. I haven't played with him too much yet, but I'll just want to know how it works myself, so I can say, well, if you want, you can do this, or you can do this. And like I actually got onto his character to help him finish the time walking dungeons because he hit 110 the other night, right at like midnight, 1 in the morning. And he had to go to bed. And I'm like, well, if you do these 5 time walking dungeons, you get like an 850 piece of gear. So I logged them in and I did them. And I'm just like, do I push 1, 2?
There's all these buttons. I don't know what they do.
I mean, I got that you have to push Incinerate and Immolate and Conflagrate and Chaos Bolt. But on top of that, I think I was doing pretty terrible.
That pretty much covers it. Chaos Bolt when you have some soul shards. Make sure Immolate's always up. Havoc if there's more than 2 targets. And cast your imp when he's up, and Doomguard when he's at 25%.
See, I don't think I did any of that. In fact, I know I did nothing of that. And disclaimer, guys, I do have a crying 2.5-year-old in the background, so you'll probably hear that. I hear him right now. He's crying about something. Life is not ever good for children. There's always something wrong.
Oh.
But it is what it is. So,
Good.
so how you doing on your warlock? What's your item level up to?
I am 877.
8-7. So you got 2 legendaries?
Yeah, I do have 2 legendaries.
Cool.
They're okay. They're not the ones I really wanted. I'd love to get the belt. That belt would be nice. But I got the neck that gives me the shield, which means I can just stand and stuff in raid and don't get yelled at too much.
There you go.
Yeah, and then the chaos bolt. It's my mage bracers. It turns me into a hunter, so I can barrage.
There you go. I like that.
Really fun in Karazhan because there's really weird mob ties. It's the most bizarre thing I've seen. I've actually watched a chaos bolt fly through the floor and pull the roof above us when we're fighting Moreaus. It's great.
Yeah. I'm going to go off on a tangent here because I was going to get to this a little bit later, but I've talked about this before too. Karazhan.
Mm-hmm.
I got so annoyed with it. Probably 3 or 4 weeks ago is when we decided we were going to start trying our Nightbane runs.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got everything ready. We planned our whole route out, our whole strat. We got everything going. We got our invis pots. We got regular potions. We got this. We got that. We're ready to go. And Osiris already knows where I'm going with this. He's already said something in chat. So we start, and we're going down them first 2 hallways. And then all of a sudden, I hear, I don't remember who it was. It might have been Devious, or I think it was Devious first. Like, guys, I just got ported down to the Usher. Like, what? How did anything up here hit that guy down there?
Yeah.
And right there, ruin the run. Like,
Yeah.
ruin the run. And, I mean, we've kind of since figured out, a way to just kind of use a second character to kind of restart the run over if you need to, so you can kind of practice it.
Right.
But that just kind of killed our drive for a while. We actually didn't even go back in and try it for like another 2 weeks after that. I was just so annoyed with that.
It's weird. I mean, like I said, it's not just that. I mean, Barrage does that. My bracers, what it is Chaos Bolt has a 30% chance to target anything else within 30 yards. Well, it's supposed to only hit things in combat with you. So I'm not sure how I'm not sure how the things on the floor above us were in combat, but yeah, there you go.
Somebody wants to. He's feeling all of a sudden not so screamy and very. You want to say hi to the stream or not? Are you gonna be bashful? Say hi, guys.
Hi guys.
Nope. He's gonna show you guys his car is
Hi,
sipping.
guys.
There you go. Hi, guys. This is little Freddie G, little Stompzy. He will learn to raid eventually, and I will be able to go AFK and let him do everything for me. All right, kid, go have some fun. Play with your friend. But yeah. So your warlock's doing good. 877, awesome. That's actually really, that's not bad at all. I actually just got to that point today as well because of I got my second legendary today. I've yet to get a legendary that increases my damage. Like, yeah, they increase my damage because of the stats. It's upgrading from like an 865 to a 910, so of course it's going to upgrade my damage quite a bit. Actually, it was like a 34% upgrade, the one I got today. But both of the legendaries I have so far are, here you go, just stand in some extra stuff if you would like. Mm-hmm. My legs are literally like 3% of my health every 4 seconds if I stand still. And the head I got today is 20% of your health instantly when you feign death. So now I'm just going to be feign deathing randomly in fights just to heal myself.
Hey, whatever, if it takes the stress off the healers.
So, and of course hunters actually have a lot of tricks that make me look a little bit better than I probably am in raids. There's some days where I'll just be minding my own business, trying to DPS scenarios, and then next thing you know, a bramble will be on me and it'll hit me, and I'm like, well, crap. I was supposed to move out of that. Well, luckily disengage actually breaks root. So all of a sudden I'll backwards jump out of that and be like, yep, I don't know what that was. Nothing to hit me there. Now I'll be able to disengage, feign death real quick, and it won't even look like anything happened.
Until we look at the logs.
Nobody needs to know that. I mean, look at the logs and see that somehow this hunter is getting close to the healers on the healing meter because he's just standing still and feign death. Between that you heal a little bit when you go into camo, and then I also have Exhilaration, which is a cooldown heal as well, so I might as well be a healer.
Huh. Well, maybe they can give you that healing arrow that everyone's wanted since, like, vanilla.
You know, that would actually be super awesome. Like a nice little cooldown AoE field, plop it down here. Giving us some ideas there. Acha, what's going on, man? He says stress off the healers. I endorse that statement.
Except for Acha, make sure you stress him out.
So what's been going on lately? We've been doing some raiding. Heroic Odin, he's still a problem.
I think he's going to drop tomorrow night. I think he will. I think we're just at the point where we just need to clean up that second phase, and he's dead.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the legendary I just got today was a 34% damage increase, and I've been grinding all day today for artifact power. In fact, later tonight, I actually should be able to finish my 4th golden, which is another 5% damage.
Nice.
So that right there, that's the extra 13% we needed on Odin all by itself. Maybe. Probably not. But.
So I'll be definitely waiting to see if you bring it.
Yeah, I'm going to do an extra 13% on my own. That is such a hectic fight between the balls and the mini bosses.
Oh, I know.
It's hectic.
There's lots of stuff to dodge, especially in heroic. There are times I'm just going, I don't know where to stand.
Oh man. So I think I just saw Belzy showed up. Hi Belzy, how you doing? Good old other half of Stompzy. Yeah, so I honestly think that this is me personally. I haven't looked at the fight, but mechanically, I think that heroic Guarm is probably going to be easier than heroic Odin.
I think so too, because I mean, Guarm's an easier fight. I mean, there's still some mechanics you got to deal with. There's a couple of one-shot things if you're not paying attention. His charge will destroy you.
Yes.
But other than that, it's not as much dodging as Odin. Odin's brutal.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of interesting.
And the fight itself is much quicker, which gives you more attempts at it regardless. Like, right now, Odin is, like, almost 10 minutes long. Like, by the time we die, it's like 10 minutes into the fight.
Yeah, and Guarm's 4 minutes for enrage. Yeah. So, yeah, see, we either do it or we don't.
Let's see. Only thing, I never play WoW because they still do paying a monthly thing to play. Well, I mean, if you get into it enough, you can pay for your game time with gold. However, their token is going up like crazy. It's almost at 60K right now.
Oh, is it?
It's like 58 or something the last I checked. And in fact, the first couple Order Hall shows, I was actually giving away like a game time, a month of game time with my own gold. Right. And it was like 40, 45K. It jumped up to 60K, and I said, I don't like you guys that much. So actually, I'm quite crazy with my WoW gold. Like, I'm more free to give out my real-life money than my WoW gold. I don't know why I'm like that, but I am, especially that much. That's why a lot of these shows, I've been doing, like, $10 pet giveaways now, too, just so I can, like, a thank you for you guys, like, showing up and being here and watching. I mean, there will be shows where I don't give anything out because I'm not super rich or anything, but it's fun to actually have everyone come in here and do a little battle royale at the end and see who wins stuff. And this particular week, with it being Christmas, I think we'll have one more show before Christmas. And with it, like the pet actually going to Make-A-Wish, it just felt like a very good cause to do a couple kitty giveaways. So we'll be doing that a little bit later. I'll do it towards the end just to make sure you guys stay. That's how we bait you. The whole thing. I tell you we'll do it at the beginning, and then I lie. We don't actually do it at the beginning. We do it at the end. But it's fine because you guys are having a good time regardless, right? Right. So,
mandatory fun.
So, yeah, I mean, essentially the same stuff we've been talking about with every other person I've had on the show is the guild's just been doing amazing as far as rating goes, especially with the 2-hour window that we have.
Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, we do basically one night of progression.
And you know, I have a lot of friends that I've drug into the guild recently, and I've told them all from the start, like, because, I mean, the first couple weeks of raiding when we had like 40, 50, 60 signups or so, it's like, do not get discouraged because you will have an influx of people at the beginning of the expansion. People will trickle back to their other games. They'll stop playing. Not that we want to see the guild get smaller or anything, but it's just the way of the world.
It's every game. Every game does that. It's the new shiny.
Are always nuts.
Yeah, the new shiny.
We're at the point now where, I mean, almost everyone who signs up for like Tuesdays and Saturdays is getting in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's great. So I'm enjoying it now. I'm seeing a lot of like the people I brought in getting in now, and we're having a lot of fun. It allows us to do a couple things outside of raids. It's pretty fun. Like we've been pushing Karazhan and Nightbane and all that fun stuff, which I'll get into a little bit later as well.
Yeah, I mean, we're actually doing heroic raiding on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Actually, Saturday I think we're doing normals, but yeah, we do heroics on Tuesday, which is really, really good. You know, we're getting people through there and getting them some gear, which is great.
Yeah, and I mean it's a loot pinata for people that are brand new. There's much stuff getting passed to the raid leader, and then at midway it's like, here you guys, here, have all this. Vanquish is someone we need to see in the raids a little bit more. Vanquish wants to raid really badly. He's got such a busy real life, and Tuesday's just unfortunately not too good for him. So let's make sure we get Vanquish in on Saturdays, and let's feed him some gear. We need feed the beast. Tithanos is Yum. Welcome, Yum. Thank you for showing up, my good friend. But yeah, I mean, last night we did all of Heroic EN in about an hour.
Yeah, with break we finished up probably within an hour.
Yeah, because the only thing we did after break was Xavius.
And we one-shot everything.
Yeah, so that's really good. And then we have time to then go into another raid and take out 2 bosses. So super looking forward to Nighthold though.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to tier gear.
Yeah, I mean, not that I'm bored with Emerald Nightmare, because Emerald Nightmare it's a neat raid. There's a lot of neat models and neat mechanics. I'm not bored of it by any means. But yeah, Nighthold, just the lore and Gul'dan being the end.
I'm looking forward to seeing how Suramar finally ends up. I've been doing the weekly quests, so if you haven't been doing the quest lines in Suramar, do so. If you're into lore, it's a really neat story. You get to watch. I don't want to give spoilers, but yeah, you get to see how the city slightly changes.
Do Suramar. I unfortunately wasn't, and I just started it about 3 days ago. I was exalted, so I did that much. But all the stuff that they've been adding, and it's because I've been making that push towards my 4th Golden, so I've been doing anything I can for artifact power. So I start doing those quests, because those quests are great artifact power. And you will get gated behind a quest to do 10 world quests, and then another quest to do 5 board missions. So don't wait until the last minute to get this stuff done, because then you're going to get to that point and you're going to be like, well, crap, I should have done this days ago. Do it days ago.
I hope, I mean, I can see them doing this, but for the Raiders, I think it's probably a really good idea, because I can see them gating Nighthold behind this, to be honest, because it's leading right up to the doors of Nighthold.
Definitely possible. So yeah, I'm right on the step right now where I have to do 5 missions, and I think around midnight tonight I'll be done 3 of them. But hopefully around midnight tonight I have my golden trait just from doing mythics or something. I'm going to be pushing some stuff, because it's burning a hole like in my pocket. I want to go buy that point.
Yeah, well, I've got 900k to go to hit 34, so I know.
Yeah, and then when you hit it, yours is probably what, 5% damage as well. I think most of the DPS is 5% damage, so I'm like, and then on top of that, like I said, like that legendary today, not a good fix. I mean, it's good to heal myself, but to see like the pawn add-ons tell me, with my own values in there, it's a 34% upgrade. So I'm actually really looking forward to raid and have my 5% increase and see where we go.
Yeah, well, if it's a headpiece, it's got main stat on it, so 910 main stat's going to be godly,
especially from 865. So that's huge. Yeah. That was huge.
Yeah, I've got a neck piece in the wrist, so the wrist has main set on it, so it was a huge upgrade for me.
Mm-hmm. And this actually brings us to another topic that we can talk about, is the jewelry legendaries. They have a socket for the most part, but jewelry in general, this expansion is very, like, meh.
Yeah.
Because they dropped a main stat off of it.
And they're changing that in 715.
They're changing that.
Well, they're not giving it main stat, but they're changing secondaries in 715. So it's going to be kind of interesting. They're saying that we're not going to see too much of a power dip, but jewelry itself is going to be less secondaries. I haven't really stared at the patch notes too much because they keep changing about every week, and I don't want to get my hopes up on some things. I know like one of the Demon Hunter legendary changed like 3 times or twice so far. So. Yeah.
I try not to look at the class changes too much until they're about ready to come out, because I've had people tell me that, oh, well, your hunter is getting nerfed. And I'm like, well, I already do like in my opinion, like subpar single target great AoE. So I don't see why they would nerf it, but nothing's ever final, and so I'm just trying not to pay attention to it too much until it's about ready to come out. But yeah, they're changing that to where if I were to get an item right now, it's 10, 20 item levels higher than, say, the chest piece I'm wearing. For me personally, I like haste mastery, but if this chest piece drops and it has crit verse, I'm not going to want it for the most part. The main stat might outweigh it, maybe, being that higher of an item level, but it shouldn't be that much of a thought process. It should be like, wow, this thing is so much better than what I have.
Right. Yeah, 10, 15, that's their goal is so people don't have to have pawn running or any of these add-ons. They can look and go, oh, this is an upgrade.
Yeah.
And now there's not the case, because, I mean, I look at pieces now, and there's stuff that's 10, 15 item levels lower than the gear I'm getting in Raid that just isn't an upgrade for me because of secondaries. Yeah.
Resto Druids equals final. Equals final what? What did I miss? I've missed that. Apparently I don't pay attention very well. Arrow, how's Arrow doing? Arrow actually, let's talk about this a little bit. Their group has been clearing Nightbane now for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Good folks. And they actually asked me to come in 2 weeks ago, and they sat Yum and brought me in, and I don't want to call it a carry because you cannot carry anybody through that fight. Like, it is so difficult. However, they at least knew what they were doing, so they had to explain it to me, and I had to adjust and make sure I was doing it right. Took us 2 tries, which isn't bad. The first try, we actually attempted it without Bloodlust, just so I could see mechanics and stuff, so I was really pleased with the way that went. So we killed Nightbane. I got Nightbane with them, which is great. But I was working on Nightbane with another group that I've been with the group I've been running with. We finally, towards the end of last week, we got our timed run down finally. Did everything that we wanted to do. Everything went right. So we've got all our kinks worked out. And we spawned Nightbane. And by then, it was like 2 in the morning. So I was like, okay, we can try this a couple times. Kata, what's going on, man? Welcome back, sir. So we tried Nightbane. It's real early in the morning. And we're all like agitated and not really in the mood to be there anyway. So we learned the fight. And we don't even, I don't even think we got him to phase 2, but maybe 1 or 2 times. So we just figure, all right, let's leave. We'll come back in later in the week and do this. Well, wouldn't you know that we went in later in the week and he had despawned.
What?
So I believe I read something about them fixing this now, but he despawned. So on Monday night, we had to bring in another person just to kind of get a fresh instance and then switch people out. But we had to do our time run over again to spawn him a second time. So that was super, super annoying doing that again. But it also allowed us to practice our time run, which we actually finished with a lot of time left that second time. It was...
Yeah.
We've got it down to a science. I really like the way that we're doing our timed portion of it. So we spawned him, and it was pretty early. It was still like 9 p.m. I don't remember what time we actually finally got a kill, but I think we wiped 40-something times. This was the DBM timer. It is such a difficult fight, and I believe other than me and like I think Devious, because we're actually like we raid and the other people and no Lokar is in there as well. So 3 of us, the 3 DPS, we actually raid on a regular basis. The poor other 2 guys, which unfortunately is our tank and our healer, are on the like lower end of 860. So the poor guys like Osiris, poor Osiris, man. I thought that guy was gonna end up like having an aneurysm, and you could just tell there's so much stress on the healer in that fight. I can't even begin to describe.
It's a brutal fight. I have not actually experienced it because the group that I'm running with, we haven't started our time runs yet. We're going to start that up this week. Just work on that ourselves.
It's so, I mean, yes, your DPS has to make sure they're doing the mechanics right, or everything has to be done right, but your poor healer, especially with a fight like that where there's that much damage going out, just to explain one of the mechanics, called Ignite Soul. It ticks on you, and you get really low health. Well, yeah, it doesn't tick on you. It's on you for, I believe, 9 seconds. And when the debuff expires, you blow up. However much health you have currently, that's how much damage you're going to do to the rest of your party. So you got to
Oh no.
stand inside the charred patches on the ground, get yourself to low health, and then blow up. That way everyone takes that damage. In the meantime, he does random AoE damage. You got to interrupt him. There's another dot he puts on people that is absolutely terrible. Terrible dot. And when you dispel it, it spawns skeletons. So you kind of want to either heal through it or don't dispel it immediately because you don't want 5 extra skeletons. So it was super stressful trying to just figure this out. Like, when's the best time to dispel?
Right.
If you have that dot on you and also Ignite Soul, you don't need to go stand in the charred patches because your health's going to go down regardless. So there's just... And then, I mean, getting to phase 2, then that guy puts a stacking damage buff on you throughout the entire time. You kill him as soon as possible because you deal with that dot for the entire rest of the fight. So I think the first time we finally got him down, we had like a 7 or an 8 stack of this fire debuff on us. It's like way too much damage. So we were like, no, this is when you have to blow all your cooldowns. You have to save everything for 2. But super crazy fight. Not to get too much into, like, let's just talk about one fight here, but anyone who is able to kill Nightbane, you should be super proud of yourself because that is such a hard fight. And
Karazhan in itself, I mean, it's basically a 5-man raid. I love the fights in there, and I like that Karazhan is not the place you learn how to play your character. You need to walk in there knowing how to interrupt, how to DPS, how to play. It's not a place to be carried.
No.
And, like the fact that they added tough content. It's great.
Yeah, it's definitely awesome. And then to finally go in there, like, we all finally said, let's do our full Karazhan clear. We actually did it before the Nightbane. We spawned Nightbane and then cleared the rest of Karazhan, then went back to fight him. That way we weren't burnt out by the end of the night and not actually want to finish Karazhan. So we did that. And when you actually do it now with a group that has done the place multiple times and knows exactly what to look out for, I couldn't believe how actually smooth it felt finally. Because that first week that it came out,
Oh, it was brutal.
I went in, I think, with most of the same people, Osiris, Devious, a couple other people, and I think we were in there for about 3 or 4 hours, and we killed Opera and Maiden, and barely killed a Tumen. We had a pug healer that ended up not being so much fun, but yeah, that first week was crazy.
Yeah, I think our first night in there, we made it up to Caretaker, or Curator, sorry, and didn't make it past that. We were getting tired. We had already been in there for 3-4 hours at that point. Went back in the next night. Didn't one-shot it, became close, and then spent the rest of the night in the last couple bosses. But you're right, it is a lot smoother. Once you can tell the people who've been in there before and know like paths and which mobs to avoid and which just all the mechanics.
It's a lot of unforgiving stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But that's also one thing we didn't know our first night in there were the shortcuts. So every time we died, we ran around, down, over to Opera, backstage, up into Maiden's room. Every single death on Maiden, we ran back. Because we just didn't know any better yet. So that was quite hilarious.
There's still some brutal runs, and if you don't beat Curator the first time, it's a hell of a run back up to the top.
We cleared our first Nightbane, but it took about 2.5 hours. Arrow, that's probably like 2.5, 3 hours is what it took us, because we started at 9. I think we killed it around midnight. But we also did get a little bit of practice on it a couple nights before, but then he despawned on us as well, so it's a very, very crazy fight. But I even had to ask when we killed the last boss this past Monday. We killed the last boss, and I was like, did they nerf this? Because like when you're with a group where everybody knows what they're doing and everyone's doing everything right, it felt good finally. Like, wow, this is how it's supposed to go when it's smooth. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing with raids. I mean, the first couple of times we fought a raid, it's like, oh my god, this is so hard. How are we going to do this? And now we just walk in and just blow everything up because we know what to do now.
Karazhan was definitely a success, though. I think it's definitely a success of an instance.
Yeah, definitely. And I hope they continue with difficult content like this. I mean, they still need to have content that is accessible to everybody. Don't get me wrong. But I do like the fact that there's 5-man content that isn't the Mythic Pluses. That is a challenge for folks.
Yeah, Mythic Pluses will be our next hurdle. We actually we haven't really pressed Mythic Pluses. We've done anywhere from like 2 to 7 or 8 just to do it. But anytime we land on like a 9 or whatever, it's usually for like something that we don't want to do, like Arcway or Vault of the Wardens, and I'm just like, no thanks. Let's just
Blackrock Hold. Although you can cheese that hallway that screws everybody.
Yeah. So I mean, we're gonna work on getting some higher mythic pluses down now, especially now that our tank and our healer are a little bit more geared as well. I mean, if we can do Nightbane, I feel like we can probably do a 9 or a 10 now.
Yeah.
So but it's really a fun instance, and other than that, I'm like super looking forward to Nighthold, like the lore and the bosses, and that's...
And finally stomping Gul'dan and getting rid of him, which is like version 3.0 of him.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's, there was version 1.0, and then there's alternate version 1.0, and now...
Oh. Yeah.
So, it's good stuff. This has definitely been an exciting expansion so far, and... Oh my god. I think my kid almost just broke a glass jar. Hey,
Ooh,
can you not throw that? Great parenting skills over here, not supervising my child. But... what were you going to say?
I mean, it's telling that this expansion's been out since August, so we're going on 4 months now, and there's still people are logging every day, still have stuff to do, which says a lot. It's grindy, but every MMO is, but I don't know if it's a horrible grind. At least I don't feel it is.
Yeah,
So
I have a lot of fun. Especially because, like, the artifact power thing, like, that you're always making your weapon stronger, that really makes you feel like you're not just doing dailies, like...
Exactly. And the world questing is great. It's, you log in, you go, okay, what do I feel like doing today? Like, you've been grinding out artifact power.
Mm-hmm.
When I was leveling up, it was, hey, I'm going to hit every piece of gear I can get. And now it's artifact power. It's great because I've got my bodyguard's got the gear that gives me 50 gold every time I complete a world quest. So, I get that and order resources every time I finish one. So I'm rolling in that stuff.
Speaking of world quests, I've been turned on to a really nifty add-on called World Quest Group Finder. So I actually just downloaded this today and used it for the first time, and it's like auto asking me if I want to join a group in the area for the quest that I'm on, and oh my god, it makes life so much easier. So anyone who didn't know about this World Quest Group Finder, it's Caddis says I'm on 1.6 million for my 4th dragon now. That's what I'm working on. I'm working on the 4th dragon. I need 1.6. I have 1.3. I'm hoping to get it tonight. When I'm done here, I'm gonna probably go hop into some mythics or something. Get close. If I don't get close, I'll have it before raid tomorrow. So that's the important part.
Yep.
So that's awesome. I was going to say something else right before I was talking about the World Quest Group. Probably about how this expansion is not alt-friendly for now.
No. It's changing, but it's definitely not alt-friendly. Artifact knowledge and artifact power is the big block.
Mm-hmm.
Gear isn't hard to get because it's really all you got to do is world questing, and you're gonna get gear, but the artifact weapon is really gonna hold you back.
Yeah, and that's the issue that like even Osiris is having. He rolled Shaman to kind of better fit into our group comp, and I think he's probably on artifact knowledge level like 4 or 5, maybe 6. But it sucks, but this is just the way that it goes. And when 715 comes out, I believe they said you'll be able to boost right up to 15. Not boost. I think you still got to pay for it.
No, it's only for alts. As far as I know, I don't think your main will be able to do that, and it's whatever your main's at minus 5 levels.
Right.
So you'll be able to boost your alt directly up to. So if you're 20 artifact knowledge, you'll be able to boost your alt to 15, and you'd be able to pay for it. I think it's 1,000 order resources or something. I don't know the exact price.
Yeah, it's not going to be too bad, but it's a better option than what we have now. That's for sure. But that's a reason why right at the start of the expansion, I felt very pressured to level alts because I wanted to start this artifact knowledge grind like ASAP. So literally like the 2nd week of the expansion, I hit max on my druid. 3rd week of the expansion, I hit max on my warrior. And then I, of course, worked on my paladin that I have on Alliance side, and I have a demon hunter on Alliance side. So I've got 5 110s. And I think all of them are artifact knowledge level light 19, except for one of them, because the catch-up mechanic does work decent.
Right. Yeah, my shaman is only 2 days per rank, whereas my main is 4 days per rank. So my shaman's actually catching up. So it's not too bad. I just don't have any other 110s.
Yeah. And now here I am wanting to work on a warlock, and I don't know. I am an alt-aholic.
I get like that too. It just after a certain point, you're like, I don't want to have to do this all over again. So I slowed down on my alts after a while, and I'm not going to pay to boost every character because that's expensive.
Yeah, well, luckily I crazy took advantage. I mean, I had a lot of characters regardless, but during that invasion nonsense, before the expansion, I leveled 4 different characters to 100.
I did 2 characters and started my my warlock for the Karazhan at level runs we're gonna be doing here in about a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got burnt out. It was like, oh, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, it got to a point where like it was really tiring, but I had like 1 character to go, and I remember it was like the day before the expansion. I'm like, all I gotta do is push this out. I'm not gonna have another opportunity to do this. I gotta do this. I gotta stay on and finish this. And but I mean, I ended up getting like a mage and a priest, all the cloth classes, because that's generally the class that I don't play. So all the cloth classes I leveled up during them invasions. And
well, my goal was during the invasions was to get one of each armor type up for transmog. That way, I could have a class I could just start passing gear off to and have transmog stuff.
Kata's got a point there. Like, if you don't plan on playing your alts quickly, doing your order hall mission boards, you occasionally get the one that'll give your character a boost to experience. So I mean, yes, you can level characters that way,
but you still have to log your character in to get it order resources. So you're still going to have to log an alt in.
Yeah,
because
you still got to do something.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's still good. It's still great. The phone app was awesome. I think it was a definite plus.
I still use that because I don't want to log all 5 of my characters every day and check which one has, you know. Oh yeah, he's got another point. You can send order resources to your alts through the Blood of Sargeras vendor because they're account net bound, I believe, aren't they?
They are. Yeah, they are now. Order resources cache.
Yeah. So you can just send your alts order resources there. That's kind of awesome. I actually.
Right.
That's good to know. I forgot about that because I'm sitting on like I think 40k resources on my hunter, and I have alts that I'm like at 3 or 4k, and I'm like, well, when I run out, like I'm gonna have to go do a couple world quests so I can keep doing my artifact knowledge. No, I'm not gonna have to do that.
Yeah, no, just use the vendor. But that's actually a change that wasn't there at launch.
Yeah.
It's kind of recent now.
Man, look how quickly time goes on this show. Sometimes I just don't even understand it. Like I don't necessarily stress about it, but like early in the day I'll be like, man, what do I have? What kind of content do I have to even talk about for an hour today? There's like nothing new going around. This stuff I've already talked about, and the next thing you know, I got time. I got 15 minutes. So we can do some giveaways here shortly, and I'll make them stretch, and that'll be pretty much be it.
Sounds good.
Because we've talked about everything there is to talk about in WoW right now. We got 715, hopefully soon-ish. I think it'll probably be shortly after New Year.
I'm thinking after New Year also.
Shortly after New Year.
Yeah, they're definitely going to push it out before Nighthold. That way all the class changes are in. I think it'd be dumb to introduce a new raid and then change class mechanics on everybody.
Yeah, the same week.
That
would here you go. Learn the new raid and your class at the same time. Have fun. Good luck.
Exactly.
And then, of course, just everything they announced at BlizzCon for the upcoming like expansion just seems super awesome. Like Tomb of Sargeras.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to
I
that.
almost wish it was that time already so I could experience that, but I don't want to skip the stuff now. Like I just take your time and enjoy it. But this is going to be a fun expansion. Then, and after Tomb of Sargeras, you got Argus. Who knows what's going to be there? You know, there's probably going to be another tier, another raid there. It's just.
Oh, I hope so.
The Q&A today, we can talk about how they talked about nothing. They talked about.
Yeah, especially for Warlocks. We know you're upset. We don't have anything for you, and we won't have anything for you for at least 2 patches. Thank you, Ian. But we're not in a bad spot. I mean, if you read the forums, which is not a good idea because everybody thinks that their class is the worst. I do respectable in our raids, so I'm not super concerned that I'm going to get pushed to the bottom of the pack. But we don't raid hardcore. If this is a Mythic Plus guild and we were pushing the world first, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be on my Warlock.
Right.
But I also wouldn't be having fun. So I'm glad we do it the way we do, because we have a blast doing it.
Arrow says she can't wait to play Cards Against Humanity with all of y'all.
It's definitely a fun time.
I'm sure a lot of you follow Grievance social media, and they did just announce here over the last 2 days that they have the location picked out for the get-together.
They actually announced the location.
Yeah. Did they? Yeah, the Hickory Dickory Dock Farm or the Apple site. I don't know. All I know is they posted an image and you were able to reverse Google search it and find out where it was.
Oh, yeah, and that's the only reason. I was actually talking to Steele. He's like, yeah, that's why we released the information, because all the internet detectives figured it out. I went, sorry.
In fact, yeah, I personally didn't look at it, but all of a sudden the wife messages me and she said, I think I know where it is. I'm like, oh. But
Yeah.
regardless, the location and the dates have been announced. I am 110% sure I'm going this year. I'm going to make all the plans too, so unless some unforeseen crap happens somewhere in the upcoming months, I'm making plans to go. Because I talked a big game last year, and I was going to go last year, and then kind of last minute we got derailed, and it ended up not happening.
It is a blast. I highly encourage everyone to come to a reunion. They are game changers. I can't say enough about them.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of fun, and I've for now 3 years now I've watched the Twitch streams and the YouTube videos from home. And I just keep saying, man, I wish I would go to one of those. It seems like the coolest thing ever. And that's another reason why I've been trying to get myself out there, and I've been doing the Twitch shows and really like getting real vocal in guild and this and that, and even like popping into the Alliance side and talking to them. Is I want to know like everybody when I go, or at least most of the people. I'm sure there's going to be people from games I've ESO and BDO, and there's going to be people I don't know. Even
the people you don't know, you're going to know them. The first year I was there, made friends. I mean, that's where I met Kai the first time. Talking to all the different guilds. Same thing this year, hanging out with the ESO folks. Because I'm a social butterfly when I get to these things. I pop around until I get enough alcohol and Cards Against Humanity gets pulled out, and then I'm stuck in one place being rude because it's a blast.
Yeah, I know Vanquish. I told him I was going to go last year, and then it just ended up. And this is why. You hear the screaming kid in the background right now? That's a big reason why. I know other people bring their kids, but he's at an age where, like, I love him to death, but a 2-year-old screaming even annoys me sometimes, and I don't want to bring that around other people because I don't want to have to control. It's like I hardly ever bring them to supermarkets right now because I don't want to have to. I'd rather just control them at home and not in public. And that's kind of how I felt last year. I was like, well, that. So I ended up using my vacation to go visit family in Jersey and stuff. So I think I'm going to do that a little bit earlier this year with a shorter vacation. Use my longer vacation to take a 14-some-odd hour drive down to the Mississippi.
You going to drive it?
Probably. I think flying is going to be much more expensive.
Yeah. I'm looking at the flights because it's a 15-hour trip for me, and I'm not sure I can. It's a little much for a car trip.
Yeah, it's going to be long. And, I mean, I got... even some of the people that I've been dragging into the guild here recently are considering going. And, I mean, it'd be a longer drive for them even, I think. Right, Osiris? You're somewhere up in the Minnesota or something.
Yeah, but, I mean, we have Grooves who comes from all the way from Australia.
So, Caddis says it's a 40-hour drive. Do you fly or yeah? I don't think you go, do you? Because I can swear
Caddis doesn't come.
He doesn't come.
He doesn't come. So we're waiting for him to show up one of these because he keeps saying he's coming.
If I recall right, most of the videos I've watched of the get together, I always see people calling Kata out for not being there.
Pretty much. So you're being called out now, Kata.
Well, I mean, I could hardly get an hour of his time for my stream 2 weeks ago. He's too busy. He's not gonna make it to a get together.
He's missing out.
As I said before, ladies and gents, it's Christmas month. I love Christmas. It gets me in the spirit of giving and right now we got these little fell kitties, and they're benefiting Make-A-Wish. So I figured, what better time to do some giveaways? We're gonna give away 2 of the fell kitties. I think what I'm gonna probably do, I'm gonna do it a little bit faster this time because it was fun, but it was really drawn out last week. And I'm gonna do it twice. I'm gonna have everybody enter, and then we're gonna start throwing people out left and right. So if you see your name pop up first, I apologize. That does not mean that you won. You have to be the last person to be the winner. So the last person will be the winner. And then here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to see if the list will somehow just let me reset all the names on it, and then I'll probably just do another roll right there for the winner. That way we're not doing this 2 times. Let's see here.
Need a word.
We need a word. I'm going to make sure I plug this up on stream so we can see this. All right, so let's clear this. How do I clear all entries? Okay, I think it'll clear itself once I type in a word. I need a word. Anybody know a word?
I know lots of words. Not many I can. Well, there's a bunch I can say and stream, and a bunch I can't.
Right. Let's just do make a wish, all one word, because it is for make a wish after all. So, make a wish is the word. Go ahead and enter. Even if I know a couple people have bought it already because it's for a good cause. Just enter anyway, because more than likely you're not going to win it. And if you do, you can give it to someone else. So everyone, make a wish. Don't tell me what the wish is, or it won't come true.
I do believe in fairies. I do. I do.
I'm gonna enter in as well, because it's just so fun to be entered into the battle royale and see everyone start fighting. So keep in mind that the show ends at 10, but it doesn't really end at 10. It ends when I say it does, unless there's another show waiting to come on at 10 o'clock. We're not really pressured to get out of here. So I can go a couple minutes over. So we're going to fight for this cat. Make sure not to make it bloody or anything, because it is... What else? Oh, I forgot. I was going to plug this picture up on here. Look at this, guys. Look at this beautiful, beautiful picture of... myself and Seneca and Devious and Iwan and Lokar and a dead Nightbane. It's a beautiful picture. And there's a nice little healing rain down, putting the flames out of the Nightbane.
Vanquish actually popped that up on social media the other day.
Vanquish is amazing.
Vanquish is damn good at what he does.
Vanquish is great. He's amazing. I hear he's really good at making red pot heads, for his Halloween costumes as well. Those looked really good. So, I'm going to give you guys, 9:57. Anyone else who would like to make a wish, I don't know. I'm seeing 20 some odd people in the stream, and probably 15 entries. That's actually pretty good. But keep in mind, again, winning or being the first person that pops up when I hit roll means that you're the first loser, unfortunately. So everyone gets to point and laugh at you, unfortunately.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Diocese, hello, welcome. We are giving away some kitties. Make-A-Wish is the key word. All one word. And we're going to start throwing people out here in just a minute. Yeah, I guess we're... It says case-sensitive casing matters. Good thing it's all lowercase. Where's the keyword? Where's the roll button? Oh, it's right down here. It's all nice and big for me to click on. Kitties,
Mischief Kitty for WoW. So you need to have a WoW account, guys. Just
Yep.
Well, actually, you don't. I mean, you could actually just get it on your Battle.net account, and if you ever start to play WoW, you could have it.
Essentially, like, even if you don't have a WoW account, the way I do this is I will ask you for your email address, and then I gift it to you. What you do with it up to that point is all on you. All I know is as soon as I pay Blizzard their $10, that money went to Make-A-Wish, so I don't really care what you do with it after that point. It went to its good cause. All right, so sorry, guys, but... we got another... Cool. All right, so 16 entries. 16 entries.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is a Royal Rumble here. Everybody is in there punching each other. And there's always that one, like, bushwhacker kind of person Santino, you know, if you're familiar with WWE at all. There's that one guy that always gets thrown out in like 45 seconds. Complete joke of a person. It's Diocese. The poor guy came in here and ends up being the joke.
Ah.
Poor guy. I apologize. So, unfortunately, he's the first person out. And just to make sure I'm not taking super long doing this, there's actually 2 bushwhackers. There was Bush and Bill, right? All right, well, the other bushwhackers, he's already gone. And that was Texas. So I apologize, Texas. Texas, actually, a good friend of mine, just got his new PC built and was able to come back to WoW today. What a welcome back to WoW than to be thrown out of my giveaway so fast that everyone is just going to really laugh at you.
Right, but he did make it to the monthly meet and greet, so he did get to come hang out with a bunch of cool people. So the fact you just kicked him out of your contest, it's a consolation prize.
I mean, that makes him a winner, right? He's now in the guild. He is a winner. Texas is actually from Texas Arrow, so you two can become best friends now as well. Next person out, you're pretty much a joke. You probably didn't stay in the match for too long. Sorry to be calling people jokes. You're not really a joke. Arrow, follow Texas right out the door. Go on, just right out the door. Keep in mind, guys, I'm doing 2 giveaways, so if you didn't win the first kitty, you can win the second kitty. And then, if you really want a kitty that bad, if you don't win, buy one, because it goes to Make-A-Wish, right?
Yeah, Make-A-Wish is an awesome group.
It goes to Make-A-Wish, so if you don't win, go ahead and buy one anyway if you got the money. Do it up. And next person to go is Vanquish.
Vanquish,
Sorry, Vanquish. Sorry.
Well, he won the first week, so
He did.
I think it's appropriate.
Vanquish did win a bunch of gold once upon a time. Came right out of my pocket, too.
Yeah.
Rigged. All right.
Well, I know whose pictures aren't getting posted on social media anytime soon.
Man, my bad. Hold on, Vanquish. Screenshot this part right here, and we'll post that to social media. Like, I got thrown out of the giveaway. Next person out is myself.
Aww.
And you know what? I was going to buy one of those cats, too.
Well, now you're buying 3, unless you win the second one.
Unless, maybe Belzy will win it, and maybe she'll give it to me. Maybe.
I know she loves you, man, but I'm pretty sure she's going to want the cat more.
She would probably make a better use of it than I would as well, because the whole battle pets thing, like, I am terrible with it. I wish I could get into Pokemon and stuff. I know you do, actually.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love the battle pet stuff. And Pokemon, for that matter.
All right.
See, told you.
Now, I got thrown over the ropes, and just like classic Royal Rumbles, I actually grab a hold of somebody as I'm going out, and I yank you out with me. Who's it going to be? I hope it's Belzy. Lokar!
Lokar.
Hey, Lokar, do me a favor, man. See that little follow button up in the corner of the screen? Go ahead and hit that, man. Follow Grievance's Twitch, man. Be supportive of your guild and follow their Twitch because, you know, why not?
Arrow, if you got some time later on, just grab me. I'm pretty into the battle pet stuff. I can help you with some add-ons and some decent websites to get some help with.
Oh, man. So, unfortunately, I pull Lokar out, which is pretty rude of me because he did help us out with our Nightbane kill the other night. So, sorry about that, Lokar. So, the rest of you guys, you're getting into it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's still 10 people. We're going to have to...
Click faster.
Yeah, you know what? You know how, like, the big guy always comes in and, like, double clotheslines, like, 2 people over? Sorry, I like wrestling. I'm a big... I don't watch it so much anymore, but I used to love wrestling.
I was the same way. I used to watch it all the time. I loved it. It's great entertainment.
So big guy comes in. I don't know who big guy is going to be. Osiris. Osiris is going to be big guy. He's going to clothesline 2 people over the top, okay? I hope to God one of these next people out is an Osiris, or this is going to look just weird. So 2 people go out. Number 1 is his best friend in real life, Benwin. Oh my God, that's terrible. And Cujo.
And Cujo. Oh.
Cujo. So Osiris just...
Although it would have been funny if Osiris took himself out, though.
If Osiris clotheslined Benwin and then took himself out at the same time. Oh my God, the RP in this is just too much. It's so good. So good. All right. Who's next? Kata. Kata made it pretty far last time. He made it decently far this time, but not so much towards it. He's a little tired from the last match. So we're down to Acer, Osiris, Belzy, Nora, Yum Yum, Omni, and Kai.
Nice. Sounds like it's all Horde.
Sounds like it. Sounds very Horde. Well, I mean, Kata had to be. He got a lot of his people in here last time because he was promoting the crap out of it.
Yep.
He was actually farming up some artifact power and stuff during the show, so he was making sure he got his people in here.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just doing laps around Dalaran right now.
So I'm going to pick on Yum now, and I'm going to say that Yum goes on a little bit of a rampage. He's actually about to chuck 2 people out. Well, I'm kicked out of Alliance side, says Kata.
Aww.
Yum's about to throw 2 people out. Oh my god, if it's Kai, I'm going to start a war here. Yum, who you throwing out, man? Osiris.
Oh.
He's mad about he was mad about Osiris being on a rampage. He said, you know what? I'm going to end this rampage and start my own. And I'm also taking Nora with me. So, oh my god.
Yum, why you do this?
All right, so now, here we go. My wife's actually got a little bit of fire in her eyes. Belzy, she wants this cat. So she's about to one-punch somebody right over the top. I don't want to use the word punch because I feel like I'm going to start some fire somewhere. She is going to push somebody over the top. And it's herself.
Oh, she misses.
She tripped and fell out herself. And fell out herself.
Sounds like he's buying 4, Belzy, to me. Just saying.
Oh my god, so we're down to Omni, Kai, Yum, and Acer. I'm not sure Acer is... I don't think Acer is a Grievance member. I think he's somebody from my stream. I can't quite remember. Are you somebody from Grievance? Not that you don't deserve the pet as well. You are more than welcome. Welcome. I just can't remember if the name if you were... But whatever. Let's see. Kai finally says, all right, you know what? F all of this... I use the word F because it's still kind of a mature Twitch, and I didn't say the whole word, so we can say F. And,
hey, Caldast.
Oh, it's Caldast. Okay.
I didn't recognize your name, bud.
I've seen your name in my stream before, so that's probably why, because I know I've seen that. All right, so Kai is about to go crazy. Please don't take yourself out, Kai, because it's going to make me look real weird. Kai is going to take out Omni, who also should probably follow the stream. Come on, hook up the Grievance stream, follow the stream. You get a notification anytime it goes live. All right, so Caldast, Yum, and Kai. I'm not going to lie, Caldast, I respect you completely as a person. You're another fellow hunter. But I really want to see Kai and Yum duke this out at the very end.
I do
So
too.
if you could go ahead and just please jump over the top. He didn't. Yum jumped.
Oh, he took Yum out.
All right. So Kai and Caldast are now staring each other down. Now keep in mind, the next person to get thrown out is still not the winner. It'll be like the last name. So the two of you guys, good luck. You're going at it. This is crazy. Good luck. That's all I got to say. And
Caldast.
Caldast wins the pet. He said, Kai, I'm sorry. You're the guild leader, but you got to go. He can't throw you out of the guild, but he can throw you out of the ring. But now you're free to do whatever you want to do in the guild.
I'm watching this. Caldast has been removed from the guild.
Caldast has been
just kidding.
So yeah, it should now tell me that the winner is Acer921, which is Caldast. Cool. So you know how you whisper? Don't actually do it yet, but you can whisper on Twitch. See, whisper yada 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 yada. So send me a Twitch message, Caldast, with your email address, and I will send that to you here shortly after the stream. Let me see if I can somehow clear the list, because I don't want you guys to all have to type it in again. If you have to, though, you have to. It'll allow me to catch the AFKs and see who roll again. There's none to roll from. Yeah, is there a Is there a button to allow me to redo this? There might not be. I'm sure there probably is, but I don't really know it, so. Giveaway. Nope, we're going to just do it again. We're going to do it again, and we're going to do... make another wish. Make another wish will be the keyword this time. So make another wish. Keep in mind this time I'm not going to go into a 20-minute battle royale. Did I spell it right? Make another wish. You will be able to see your name pop up there. So you will see your name pop up here to verify that you're in there. Make another wish. Make another wish.
It's like a game show host.
Another. Name something you do in the bathroom in the morning.
Make another wish?
Make another wish. So this one, guys, I don't want to get into a 20-minute battle royale. So we'll do one roll, one winner. I'll give you guys till 10, 11, so 2 minutes. In the meantime, I will thank you all for hanging out for this 4th episode of the Order Hall. It's been a good time like usual. Of course, thanks Shiv for being our guest this week.
Thank you for the invite.
And expect to be targeted again because we can have repeat offenders on here. We will make our rounds. We'll talk to whoever's willing to come on here, and then we'll do it all again.
Wait a second, I had a choice.
Actually, he's been super awesome because I kind of had Shiv lined up last week as well, and then Kata was able to do it kind of last minute, and Shiv's got a lot of leeway, so he actually helps me out by being a very bendy, rubbery kind of. I can just
not so much anymore, but yeah, that works.
I can throw you in here. I can throw you in here. He's someone that we can count on, so that's awesome. All right, so yeah, a couple more seconds, and then we're gonna do another roll, and we're gonna make another wish. Unfortunately, it's gonna be the last wish. I may, unless Belzy wins this one, I may end up buying 2 more of these tonight. At least one, because I don't think I need it. I'll buy her one maybe, but. And again, called asked, just make sure at some point you... Only reason I tell you not to do it now is because I don't want it to pop up on the screen here. On the giveaway screen, so... Not that you're some top super secret government official or anything. Maybe you are. I just want you to keep your privacy if you would like and not have to show everyone your email address. It's 10:11. That means we're doing another giveaway. We're not doing a battle royal, but essentially there's one person in the ring, and he's probably going to do some super overpowered move that you would find on WoW somewhere, like, I don't know, I-beam or something. So it would be very, very fitting if Yum won this one. Actually, it wouldn't, because I think Yum's ditching the Demon Hunter.
Yeah, he ditched the Demon Hunter. He's switched to the red.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to actually make a bold prediction here and say that you're all going down, and it's going to be Barrage. Did I not enter this giveaway? Make another wish. Is my name on here? I'm Freddie G, right?
Last I checked.
Another wish. I don't see my name on here, but not that I really care too much. Make another wish. I spelled that right. Hey, maybe it just doesn't want me in the giveaway, okay? All right. I see how it is, me. Don't even let me in my own giveaway. All right. So somebody, everyone's grayed out but Devious. You know what? Oh, my goodness. You're right. Why is that? Something... Oh, hold on. Let me do this. I can click each name and actually relight it up. All right. So thank you, Yeah, I think it does know that. Okay, so this should fix it. Hacks if Devious wins at this point, right? Somebody's about to use some super overpowered move, and we're going to roll. He's going to stab all your butts. We'll see. Here it goes. Good luck to the winner. It's going to be Osiris. Osiris. Devious is now following the stream. Thank you, Sir Devious. You are awesome. And Osiris, it's only fitting. Go ahead and turn this cat in. See if you can get your money and maybe buy some more gear for that shaman of yours. Actually, I don't think it works like that. I don't think it works like that. So Osiris is going to get a fell kitty, and I think he actually enjoys his WoW pets. So that's super awesome. So Caldast and Osiris. Osiris, I can get with you later to get your email address. That's not too hard. Caldast, either contact me in game, but probably preferably over a Twitch message. If you just whisper me, send me your email address, I will get one sent out to you. Sounds like my kid's finally going to start losing his crap here. He's banging stuff now. So again, guys, this has been an awesome episode 4 of the Order Hall. It's been a super fantastic time, and let's all thank Shiv for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shiv. Let's turn this off. Cool. So we'll be back in about 2 weeks. 2 weeks is that really close? It's going to be the 21st, so I'll allow it. That'll not be so close to Christmas that I don't want to do it. 21st, we'll come back with another show. Don't know who the guest is going to be yet, but we'll figure something out. Until then, guys, take it easy. Have a good one. I'll be seeing most of you in game here shortly.
Yep.
And again, thanks, Shiv.
Yep. Thanks, guys. It was a fun show.
Take it easy.